Hello again. Cambridge University has been a centre of mathematics and science for centuries, and the work carried out there has spread into the world, bringing knowledge and understanding to all parts of the globe. From Isaac Newton's invention of calculus and his ideas about gravity to the discovery of the structure of DNA there in the 1950s, the university has been a byword for scientific research and discovery. Unfortunately, there are signs that this is changing, in keeping with trends in modern Britain. Astronomy has been studied at Cambridge for many years. I mentioned Newton's theory of universal gravitation as an example of what has been achieved in that field. Always the emphasis has been on finding out new things about the world around us. It is science for which Cambridge is famous. Of course, astronomy, studying the skies, can be used for other things apart from learning about the nature of the cosmos and our place in it. Various cults and religions also look to the heavens for useful clues about how to conduct their lives. Some people believe in astrology, for instance, and feel that the position of the planets and stars at the time of a person's birth are of great significance. Studying the heavens is an essential part of Christianity too. Although we're all of us aware that the date of Easter changes from year to year, few of us are interested enough in the matter to wonder what the rules are for when we celebrate Easter. In fact, Easter is the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. That is to say, the date that the hours of darkness are equal to the hours of daylight. It is necessary to gaze at the moon carefully if you want to get the date of Easter right. Of course, all this has nothing at all to do with science. And if I heard that Cambridge University was launching a project to teach people how to work out somebody's sign of the zodiac or how to calculate the date of Easter, then I would think that the university had taken a wrong turn. They are supposed to be about science, not religion or offbeat ideas like astrology. Until a few years ago, of course, Cambridge would not have touched such things with the proverbial barge pole. Times have changed, though, and they have lately launched a project called the Moonsighters Academy, and I am grateful to a correspondent for bringing this to my attention. This is described as an innovative 9-month public engagement program combining hybrid online and in-person training with outdoor astronomical observations. Well, that sounds quite scientific, doesn't it? Just the sort of thing that you would think that Cambridge would be doing, really, getting people involved with astronomy, outdoor astronomical observations. What could be wrong with that? Continue reading, though, and you learn that, and I quote, the Islamic calendar is based on lunar cycles, and the start of each month is marked by the sighting of the first crescent moon. The sightings also mark the start and end of Ramadan, Islam's holiest season. As earlier Muslim communities in the UK couldn't establish regular lunar observations, often due to cloud cover, they tended to outsource their calendar to different countries. However, as countries see the crescent moon on different days, this resulted in communities within the UK not being able to celebrate Eid on the same date. Even within the same families, some may be fasting while others feast. This project's aim is to enable Muslims to conduct their own lunar observations within the UK, which could help reduce the friction that arises when mosques observe Ramadan or Eid on different dates. This is utterly mad as it would be for Cambridge to be mixed up in astrology or working out when Easter ought to be. Neither of those topics, nor fixing the time of the appearance of the crescent moon, have anything in the slightest to do with science. Let me give you another instance of looking at the sky for religious purposes. You can tell when the Sabbath begins in Judaism because on Erev Shabbat you will be able to see two stars at a single glance. That is to say, you can't spot one star down by the horizon and then start looking for another on the other side of the sky or peering around like that. That won't do at all. You have to see them both at once without swiveling your head around. This is all very interesting, if slightly mad, and I am very happy for pious Jews to treat this as an integral part of their religion. Suppose that we heard of a project launched at the University of Cambridge which was devoted to this subject and which gathered together devout Jews and helped them to gaze up into the sky so they could better work out when Shabbat began and ended. Does anybody think that would be a bit odd? I will go further than a bit odd. I think it would be barking mad. Belief systems like astrology, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam are absolutely fine as personal pursuits, although all of them contain irrational and unscientific elements. The world's leading university for the promotion of science should not, however, be choosing one of those sets of beliefs and then devote itself to working with the followers of that faith or cult. We read that the 38 participants are community leaders from all over the UK and include imams, school teachers, scout leaders, and at least one grandmother. The cohort is evenly split between male and female. The course will build skills and empower these moonsighters to conduct lunar observations in their own localities and spread the extra knowledge they've learned among their peers. We all know, without the slightest shadow of a doubt, that only Islam would be pandered to in this way, and no other religion would ever be treated with this level of respect. Like so many other parts of Britain, I spoke this morning of the Chief Constable who began his address to a group of Muslims by greeting them in Arabic. Cambridge University has somehow fallen into the trap of abandoning common sense and simply embracing anything to do with Islam uncritically and with unbounded enthusiasm. The whole country is gripped by a mad fervour for this religion, and I'm damned if I know why. In the description to this video, I give a link to this peculiar group that Cambridge University have chosen to set up. And I invite the viewers to look at it for themselves and see whether or not I have exaggerated or perhaps mocked this whole business too freely.